What's everybody? What's up, everybody? It's Friday. It's the start of the Natchez Trace trip, and first we got to get down to Natchez Trace. But prior to that, I'm going to go down to Southern Thunder Harley, see some friends. Before I take the trip, just going to say hello. If you'll see, this is my first time to wear the new Indy Ridge knockout glove, which I'm going to call Black Rain. They are sleek. I am breaking them in right now. They're still a little firm, but that's going to last probably an hour. If the sun was out, it'd probably even be less than that. But yeah, these are some pretty awesome freaking gloves. So you know, this will be a review and break-in period for these. I like these. A little bit of pre-curved. I think all motorcycle gloves, just like good baseball gloves, should be a little pre-curved where you can actually do some action in them. You can do things. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do things.
Hey y'all, it's Tori J, and I'm here with the Rainy Rider. And we've taken our motorcycles all over the country. But before we embark on our long rides, we make sure that we stop at our service department and check some very important things. Hey, it's not our fault that we choose a hobby that ends in death if one mistake is made or one little thing is overlooked. So preventative maintenance is the absolute key to a safe ride, every ride, whether it's short or long. So before we head out, we just end up finding ourselves here today at Southern Thunder Harley-Davidson Service Department in South Haven, Mississippi, where we're gonna go talk to one of the service advisors about the important things of a multi-point inspection and why you should get it. Come on.
Any motorcyclist should get a multi-point inspection. Today we happen to be at Southern Thunder Harley-Davidson. We're talking about Harleys, but any motorcyclist going on a trip and or just riding around needs to make sure that their bike is in optimal running condition. Okay, everybody's skill set is different as far as their knowledge about motorcycles. You'd be surprised what people don't know, and they just haven't been around them or that kind of thing. Okay, so the opportunity for you to bring it in, whether it's a trip or whether it's just riding around town, we're going to do a 24-point inspection on it. Okay, we're going to look at it from front to back. We're going to look at all of the lube points, make sure that they're where they need to be. If they're not, we'll top them off. We're going to make sure that all the critical fasteners are tightened up, belt tension, make sure that it's right. We're going to look at anything that's your normal wear items, brake pads, brake rotors, anything like that. We're going to make sure that all of that is where it's supposed to be, mic'd out, below spec. We're checking tire pressure, anything that could go wrong. Plus, we're getting it up in the air. You know, we're looking under it, we're looking around it, we're looking the whole bike over. And if I'm going out of town, I want that security that my bike is ready to go. Me personally, I know what I'm doing. I've been around these bikes forever. But if I'm going out of town, just like I did last year, I'm gonna bring it up here and let the guys get it up in the air and do a thorough inspection of what's going on with it. Worst thing you can do on a trip is be let down, especially if you got others that are going with you and they gotta wait on you because something goes wrong with your bike. But somebody that's traveling through, we had a group come through yesterday, 4 guys that were coming from Chicago. And where were they heading to, Carl? What were the guys from yesterday from Chicago? Where were they going?
Headed to Houston.
Houston. And one of them ran over something or hit a bump on these Memphis roads that they're not accustomed to. Even though they're from Chicago, Memphis is a different ball game. So they came in, it put them behind. They were already past here in Arkansas, but they got a wrecker to bring him here. We got him in, fit him in, and got them back on the road. So our travelers are very important because they're doing what we do when we buy these bikes. We want to get out, enjoy the country with our buddies. That's what we do. So we like to get them right back on the road. This particular person called and wanted us to pick up their bike, and we would have, but we had both of our trucks and trailers were picking up bikes in Atlanta, so we didn't have that opportunity. Otherwise, we'd have been happy to pick them up.
Tell them about the free tire install, Bryce.
Okay, so as long as you buy the tires from us here at the dealership, we will put them on for you for free. That's hard to beat. And that's a savings of $159 on just one tire install. And honestly, the reason we do that is to get people in and do that multi-point inspection that we do on every bike that comes through these doors to keep our customers safe and on the road.
Excellent.
Excellent. Thanks, Bryce.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so that does it for Southern Thunder. I did not get a t-shirt because, well, I've probably got 100. No, I probably got 10 from this dealer. So I'd say that's enough from this dealer for now. I'll go find another dealer. There is a Natchez Trace Harley Davidson, way up. But it's not in Natchez. It's on the Natchez Trace. So that is not close to me. It's on the Natchez Trace, but it's closer it's in Alabama. So I am sure I'll have to stop and get a shirt from there, but that's going to be a tomorrow thing. Actually, it might be a day after tomorrow thing. All right, guy, let's get on the road. We're not even on 61 yet. We got some riding to do. So I have been reminded by just about everybody that either they looked at the Trace or was going to ride the Trace that the speed limit on the Trace is strictly enforced. So if you do that, go that way, plan on having a good time. But its speed limit is 45 and 55 the whole way. Don't break it. I'm sure they'll probably give you 5 miles an hour leeway maybe, but I mean, I wouldn't press it. Don't count on me. I am not the voice of experience on the Natchez Trace. You should listen to probably the officer if he stops you, and apologizing might help. You could do that. I am sure being on the Trace and I'm being on those long roads and you know, the beauty that they are, you want to go slow anyway. I'm still kind of hoping there's not going to be a rainy mess today. So it looks like we might be, I'll cross my fingers. Like I said, I don't mind riding in the rain. I got all my rain gear ready, but I would like for this trip to have some sun. A whole lot of sun, mostly sun. A little bit of rain, I get it, you know, things happen. But I want to enjoy, I want to enjoy this ride more than anything. So hopefully I will. And it looks like there might be blue skies ahead, so wish me luck. This is probably the coolest part of taking this trip. This is the old levee. This is what used to keep the Mississippi on the Mississippi side. Wow. So yep, this is what holds in all of the water in Mississippi. Used to be. Now it's a secondary boundary. It's also scary that way over there, I don't know if you can see it, is the Mississippi. And it's scary to think that there were times when the Mississippi would come all the way to here, and that giant wall behind us was the only thing that could hold it back. Although, as you can probably see, it makes it absolutely awesome farming land. Floodplains, for some reason, are very fertile. All the dead fish and dead poop pay off. So a popular stop when you come down to Mississippi or Memphis is Tunica, Mississippi. It's only about an hour outside of Memphis, not even really that. And there are huge, used to be riverboats. I think there is one riverboat here now, but it's a lot of casinos. So there's Gold Strike, there's the Players, there's the Fitz Casino. So lots of concerts here, lots of venues here, comedians. The food is great. We've had a couple of Christmas parties here for a company I worked for. So yeah, the Gold Strike is, I think, the biggest one. I think there used to be an Ala Capri here. I think it got bought by somebody. But either way, if you come to the area and you want to hit a casino, that's a novel thing for you. Go to the Gold Strike Casino. It's way over there. I don't know if you can see it, in Tunica, Mississippi. Not one of the stops I want to make today, so you just got to look at it through the trees. And I hope that's enough for you. This is the Blues Highway Rest Area in Tunica, Mississippi. Gateway to the Blues. Very cool stuff here. So a lot of people are here. Morgan Freeman, not far from here down in Clarksdale, has a restaurant. I think he has 2 restaurants. And Clarksville is also where Crossroads is. So I've talked about this before in videos. But Crossroads is where Robert Johnson allegedly sold his soul to the devil in order to play guitar better. So Robert Johnson, if you don't know, was a guitarist back in I think it was in the 30s, maybe the 40s. Was mediocre. They said, you know, he was not that good of a guitar player, but he could play. Disappeared for 6 months. And when he came back from his hiatus, they said he could play the guitar like nobody's business. And they said sometimes when he was playing, it sounded like there were two people playing guitar with him. So they said that the music sounded like the devil was playing with him, which was a lot of influence on all of the sold your soul to the devil for fame and fortune stuff that was happening in the 70s and 80s. Because when the story started circulating, you know, well, now if you're good at something, you must have sold your soul to the devil, because there's no other way you could have possibly gotten good at something and someone else couldn't. So whether the story was true or not, you know, hey, it's not for me to decide. It is a cool story if you want to look it up. The visitor center in Clarksdale has it, and you can look it up online. It is a cool story, and you can hear his songs. I will say it's very creepy. A lot of his songs are about beating his wife or murder or being possessed by the devil. So even his voice and the guitar in these songs, look them up there. It's pretty freaky. It just sounds creepy. So that's your lesson for today. So we're going to be obviously stopping in Clarksdale, and maybe we'll see the big guitars. Maybe I'll get some pie there. Luckily, we might be running back into rain, so maybe it'll be a good time to stop for some pie and maybe some lunch. So why do people make trips like this? A friend of mine, Bleak Rides, if you haven't looked up his channel, do that. Do yourself a favor. Just did a section on the Hoka Hay. It was a ride by riders who wanted to reconnect with their Native American roots and take on a long challenge. And they rode all the way from the tip of Florida all the way up to the northern tip of Alaska. Why would you do this? Well, there's no real ways anymore to kind of challenge yourself. You can get into organized sports, you can get into MMA fighting, you can get into anything, but that's not challenging yourself, that's challenging other people. You want to challenge yourself, do something you don't think you can do. Do something that's hard, do something that you may not be able to do something that'll slow you down, you know, do something that you've never done before. How about that? So that's another, you know, just something that makes you go, if I can do this, then that's something. Why am I doing it? Same reason, you know, you can disguise it under anything you want. You can disguise it under, well, I've never rode before, you know, a long distance by myself. I've never rode one day more than X amount of miles. Now, there was a time where I wouldn't have rode more than 100 miles a day. And somehow that evolved into riding up to Des Moines, Ohio, riding up to Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, riding down to Tampa, Florida to the Forgotten Angels camp out. And it's ever evolving. What can I do next? The day you stop challenging yourself, the day you stop seeing what else you can do, is the day you stop progressing. So, you know, always progress, never retreat. So always do something else, do something better. So I've never ridden the Natchez Trace. I've heard it's beautiful, so I'm doing it. Here I am. Well, it's not the Natchez Trace yet. It's Old Highway 61, which is Music Highway, birthplace of the Delta, like Delta Blues right here. It's kind of quiet, probably because nobody's playing blues right now. All right, well, I guess we're stopping off in Clarksdale. Let's go find the crossroads. And here we are at the crossroads. Blink, you miss it. So supposedly this isn't actually the crossroads. This is like a representation of the crossroads. But this is it. Imagine a dirt road here, some almost 80 years ago. And somebody meeting with the devil here and saying, listen, if you can get me a good deal on guitar lessons, I will buy a good guitar and sell you my soul. Even trade. I think we're gonna try out Abe's at the Crossroads here. Because I mean, why not? So went in Abe's. It's actually a really cool place here. Didn't film inside because I felt it'd be kind of rude to, because it's a pretty busy place. I did get to talk to the owner. I will sometime come back and do an interview and talk about the place. But it's just too busy in there now, and I didn't want to like distract and call a whole lot of attention to myself. Even though I'm an attention whore, but I did want to do it today. So because I'm traveling, I want to make a good impression on everybody. So I'm gonna head on down and let's see what else we can see on our trip. We're back on 61 now, passing through a little place called Alligator, Mississippi. I am not gonna stop and see how it got that name because I can see that big bog right behind this granary here. So I'm pretty sure it's probably full of alligators. So in the essence of not getting bit, because I dealt with plenty of alligators when I was a kid, I'm just gonna keep driving. There is a Phillips station up here that when I passed through 3 years ago was just being built, and I stopped and it looked like it was brand new, and boy did I have to go to the bathroom. And I stopped, and when I got there, noticed it wasn't open yet. They had just built it. So I did what any responsible person would do and went around the back of the building. Now, if you guys can also remember this road from, God, I don't know how long ago. This was totally barren then. Nothing was on the road. And I decided to see how fast the bike could go. And I got it up to a scorching speed limit. That's all I did was the speed limit. I swear. Alright, we are in Cleveland, Mississippi now. I should know the name of this place for some reason, but I can't quite remember why. Maybe it'll come to me later. Well, I have passed quite a few Dodge's chickens, and if you know what a Dodge chicken is, so normal places would say, hey, here's the gas station, we're going to use it kind of as a travel stop, we're going to have some chicken and some food inside. So we'll get some nice cheap chicken and sell it for inflated prices, and everybody will be happy. Well, not Dodge's Chickens. Dodge's Chicken is basically a chicken restaurant that said, you know what we need? We need gas pumps. Let's sell chicken, and if people need gas, well, we got that too. It's kind of like a Taco Bell. They got food and you can get gas. Anyway. Well, we are definitely in ain't nothing here territory now. I mean, at least it ain't a dirt road. I'm no itchy boots. But this is perfect. And that's almost a lake. Everything's flooded. So about a week ago, all this was flooded. This road was shut down. So I was hoping that it would be open by this weekend. And then it was supposed to rain, so I was like, well, okay, 50-50 shot. But look at it now. It's mostly dry. You can't see very well. There's lots of erosion on these little roadside drainage estuaries. But you know, the farmers, they get out here and plow everything up, get the moisture to sink into the ground, and get out here and plant again. You know, we won't need those for a while, at least a week. I may have mentioned this already, but it is a really nice day to be out on a motorcycle today. I don't know if it's coming through in the video, but that is an awfully green field. And I'm sure there's some kind of chemical photosynthesis reason for why it's that yellowish, bright neon green, but I don't know, it just looks cool. So I remember stopping at this place. They did not have this much water then. I think that was a little, very little bitty ditch when last time I went through here. There ain't no more. Guess they get a lot of rain through here. Could go in whatever city this is. Esanuenta. I hope I said that right. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I said it right. Esanuenta. If I didn't, you can tell me below. Something I think I need to point out. It was raining earlier and I didn't even notice. So anybody that's watched my videos before with this windshield, I love this Puig windshield, but when it rains, it collects water. With this, the rain eggs for this plexiglass, I couldn't even tell it was raining. I felt something hitting, like working through my helmet, but the front of my helmet was dry, the windshield was dry, and I'm like, am I sweating? And it was raining. It doesn't even stick. So yeah, the Rain X for polycarbonate windshields, absolutely amazing. Yeah, if you don't have it, you got a windshield that you kind of need to look through and take shelter behind, it's absolutely worth the money. It's amazing. If it rains again, I'll show you, but I have to watch out for it because I can't even tell it's raining until it starts soaking the outsides of my arms. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Yeah, we just passed over into Warren County, Mississippi, and you can tell that it's more Mississippi than the last county because the roads are browner. That's how you know. That's how you know how deep in Mississippi you are. The browner the road, the more Mississippi there is. I think that's like Mississippi Mud Highway. Okay, that's not really, but I mean, it sounds good. You believed me, didn't you? You did believe me for a second. And we are closer to the river. A lot more rivers here on the map. I don't know if you can see that, but much more Mississippi. And then somebody burning out in the field there. That must have been fun. Don't do that on a motorcycle, unless you got the right motorcycle for it. I mean, I guess then you could get out on a motorcycle, just not this one. Do not get this motorcycle out there. You'll never get it out. It's like 950 pounds of, oh my God, that's a big old girl, and you're not getting her out of a muddy field. Highway, she's freaking great. Asphalt, she's pretty also good, great. Yeah, mud, she ain't even really good on grass, I'll be honest with you. She's okay in campground grass. I don't think she'd do very good in like really tall grass. Anyway, making our way, we're getting there. The air smells like chocolate. I don't know what that is. Is that like roasted soybeans or something? No, roasted soybeans smell like peanuts. I don't know what that is. Something smells like chocolate. I have heard chicken farms where they bag and dry the poop to sell, that the poop smells like cocoa. How true that is? Actually, no, that is pretty true. I do remember in Arkansas, the poop smelled like cocoa. Okay, absolutely true. I'm so old I forgot that I knew things, but now I do. So there you go. It's must be chicken houses around here. This is gorgeous. This is cool. The wind is cool off the trees. The Mississippi is like right that way, not far at all. As you can tell by all the water that's running up into the fields. I don't know if you can see that or not, but trust me, I saw it. It's there. So we are getting, let's see, we're an hour and a half from Natchez. That will give me, I am doing the live tonight, so that'll give me 2 hours to get checked into the hotel. So I should be there at 5 o'clock. So that will give me time to eat, time to set up my stuff, maybe make some phone calls or something, and then have that awesome live tonight, which by the time this movie gets out, you guys if you missed it, you missed it. But you can always go back, get on the rewatch team, the rewind team, the rewatch team, whatever they want to call themselves. I'm gonna let them name themselves because obviously other people do a better job at naming stuff than I do. But we're off to the hotel. Let's see if we can find something else cool along the way, because that's why I'm taking this trip. I noticed a lot of these flowers on the side of the road, they're purple. They look like bluebonnets, but they're purple. I don't know what they are. I'm sure they're like purple something. I don't know. Purple mountain grass. If this was Skyrim, it'd be purple mountain grass. Violet mountain grass. It'd have a cool name. Let's call it that. Let's call it purple mountain grass. But this isn't the mountains. I don't care. It's my name. I named it. See, I told you I was bad at naming stuff. We are very close to the Mississippi. I'm not sure which tributary this is. This is an overflow or a water retention area, water control area, floodgate area. I don't know. Eagle Lake and Lake Chotard and something. Yep, it's all flooded. That ain't no good. All those boathouses also flooded. No good. No good. We're coming up on Yazoo City, which is cool because I gotta go to the bathroom. It's cooled off a little bit. I think I am gonna miss all the rain tonight, but it's cooling off a little bit. Maybe I might get some rain in the morning. But luckily I've avoided all the big stuff. All right, so this is the Yazoo River. Take a good look. Can you see? I need to get a better look. All right, and there's a whole lot of runover from the Yazoo River. It's a lot of water. I hope nobody down here got affected. But it's almost an absolutely happened kind of thing. Man, that's a lot of water. So if you'll notice, this is the Mississippi right here. This is us. So we're on this road for 300 miles, literally within a rock throwing distance of the Mississippi, and have not seen it yet. We are on the actual music highway now. So I'm not sure we can actually just ride without those trees. The trees grow so thick because they're well watered. That's why. That's cool. But yeah, I just think it's cool that we've been riding down right beside the Mississippi now for 4 hours and haven't seen it. Crazy. Okay, go back to what you were doing. There's just a whole lot more flooding over the Mississippi. That's not the Mississippi, but that is the floodplain of the Mississippi, so there it is. Man, these guys were hit hard. See, like I was telling you, up until last week, all this was flooded. And a lot of roads back here were closed. So, yeah, buddy. DeSoto Park up where I lived was closed, the river park, for a long time. So yeah, this is a little nuts. And I don't care what people say. I don't think it has anything to do with global warming. Wow, the power lines are almost touching the water back there. Oh, which would explain these guys. Cool. So we're starting to get a breath of it, but that's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I need to eat first anyway, right? Maybe sleep? Sure. So this is where it begins, right here. That's where the Natchez Trace Trail starts, the parkway. And it goes all the way almost up to Nashville. And we'll be getting on it tomorrow. I'm excited. All right. But first, we're going to spend the night here. And tomorrow morning, we'll jump right to this and be right on it. I'm excited. So there seems to be a big historical section here, and parks and whatever. So I'm gonna have to come back here just to like stay here and see all the historic stuff. My wife likes to do ghost hunts, so I wonder if there'd be some nice county pie. I'll have to tell the wife about that. Looks pretty busy. Better than a McDonald's, but I mean, county pie. Oh, it's a pizza place. Ah, okay. Okay, no pie. I really got my hopes up too. Well, I like pizza though. Pizza's not bad. Unless my eyes deceive me, there's a Shoney's over there. I wonder if it still works. Well, by works, I mean, is this my turn? Looks like it. It's right across the street, boys. Okay, I might be going to Shoney's. This doesn't look that bad. It's clean, well painted. All right, well, let's get checked in.